Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Tonight we're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends, and we are. Wait, was my playing? It should be playing. Okay. We're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends tonight, and we definitely have quite a number of things to do for the stream. So I guess strap in because this is going to be a very very wild ride, and we're going to get to it in a few minutes. But first, obviously, I'm going to have to Kushana. Thank you for joining in, and Fast King, if you are in this Fast King, if you are in the lobby, I guess thank you for joining in as well. You were here the first a while ago, but I'm not sure if you're still here. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'm gonna have to do my usual round of announcements on my socials. Oh boy, here we go again. I was previously told about that. Okay. EBR Cerberus is too much overranked. 5,000, 5,000 ranked. We're gonna talk about that later on. Don't worry about it. Where else am I gonna post my stuff? I got 2 minutes. Okay, can I speed run this? The promo channel here. Where else? The other places where I do my announcements. Hello, Ali Rada. Ali Rada. Thank you. Thank you for joining in as well. It's actually quite weird seeing quite a lot of people have asphalt. It's not every day that I see asphalt profile pictures be featured on people's what is this people's profile pictures in YouTube. Quite a lot of those that I've seen recently. It's kind of weird. I normally don't see it every day. Like the first time I saw it was from Apollo Blue, and then after I saw his post, I suddenly started seeing more and more of those, um, you know, their garages as their profile, a garage photo as their profile pictures or something. Okay, it's weird. Okay, time's up. Okay, so we're gonna have to get started. Okay, wait, where's the? Okay, there it is. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Tonight we're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends. So yesterday, I think it was the start of the Cerberus, the Cerberus Drive Syndicate, which is the 16th edition of this Drive Syndicate over the past, over the past 6 years of featuring Drive Syndicate over and over again. Because I played every single Drive Syndicate from the very first one, I guess I'm qualified to say, back in my day, Drive Syndicates only happened twice a year. Once during winter and then once during summer. But now they're spamming it to heck. My god. Okay. However, I guess this is what happens when people on Discord keep showing how loaded they are with tokens, that now the game developers and basically the event managers are now basically to reveal. Don't worry, I'm actually working on that, like, as of right now. Not like right now, but it's like for the past few days I've been trying to organize my thoughts on how to properly structure this. Like, I've watched other people, but I want to keep it simple. And also I also want to show a bit of stats so that I have some proper ammunition to show people or something. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna show like a snippet of it in this stream. But I'm going to do a full one on the video that I'm going to show, like, hopefully within this week. I will be doing this week. I'm literally stopping my my clips editing specifically to do this video, because I shown the garage level 60 achievement with the 2 victory laps with the Hololive spotlight events, right? And I did promise a garage tour. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm literally clearing out my schedule specifically to do the garage tour, but unfortunately there's like this really big chore that is basically consuming a lot of my time, and I couldn't. And because my ADHD is basically going onto full overdrive, and I can't really time manage myself properly. Yeah, I couldn't get to it that easily. So without yapping too much, we're gonna have to. Okay. This is one thing. Some of you who play on controller may have noticed this one thing that is plaguing, that is absolutely plaguing this game right now. Look at this. So I play on controller, right? If I connect my controller, 1, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 11. More often than not, when I connect the controller, the game freezes for like 2 seconds, trying to reconfigure everything. But as of this update, I think they've broken quite a lot of stuff that I'm actually pretty afraid to actually do a benchmark video on this version, because my god, I have a feeling it's gonna find so many problems that I'm not gonna be okay publishing a performance report on this version. So the game lags for approximately 10 seconds, or at least 10 seconds, trying to connect the controller, when usually it lags for like a second. Yeah, you know that this version is kind of cooked. All right, hold on. Okay. So I have gained 2 cars ever since reaching garage level 50. So quick introduction. Where is it? The first one here is the R18 e-tron. Of course. If you have a reasonable amount of cars in the prototype racing spotlight, you can probably unlock this car pretty easily. And considering that this car is like post Korean Spring and this car is not even keyed, you can easily unlock this car very easily. And I'm actually very close to 2 stars already. I hope to get this car to 3 stars at least by the end of this event. Well, I have the rest of the season to collect blueprints, so there's that. You know, I'll be honest. The color scheme of this decal kind of reminds me of yeah, the color scheme of this decal kind of reminds me of the Sonic colors, I think. What else? The Cerberus Speed 12. Okay. Speaking about the Cerberus Speed 12, of course, the Tommaso is already out here, so there's that. Yes, I understand that a lot of people are bad mouthing the Cerbera because of its low top speed. I'll give you guys some. There are two things that I will say about that. Number one, perception. Perception is as important as intelligence. And number two, comparison is the thief of joy. With those phrases in mind, I would like to show you something. I remember the time when this car was bad-mouthed by the community. Because the first thing that they usually see is the top speed. The first thing that they usually see is the top speed. This thing only goes 285 kilometers per hour. And they say that's horrible as a Class S car. Usually you would expect a Class S car to go at least like 400 kilometers per hour, right? It makes sense. I keep seeing people absolutely, badmouth this car for having a low top speed. But when Gauntlet came around, they suddenly stopped talking smack about this car. Where is it? Yeah, they suddenly stopped talking smack about this car when Gauntlet came around. This car, with these stats, is monstrous. This thing is a time attack monster. Like, especially when there are like 3 agility tracks that show up in the track. They stopped talking smack about this car. And likewise, I never talk smack about the Sion. The only main weakness of the Sion is the fact that it only has 80 acceleration. 80-something acceleration. Which is not much different than the acceleration of the Ultima. Or the acceleration of the Regera. Or the acceleration of the Speedtail. They're like incredibly similar. Okay? But notice this. 70 nitro. 50 nitro. 60 nitro. 79 nitro. Many people don't realize that this is a Vanda in disguise. No. Sorry. No. This is not a Vanda in disguise. This is a Huracan ++. Because if a Huracan is like B class, right? And then, what is this? If a Huracan is like B class, the 499P is A class, right? A 499P is A class. So, a 499P is like a Huracan Plus. This one is a Huracan ++. When you think about it. Because it's like S class. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to... Its stats are very well distributed that you probably don't realize. This thing only goes up to 383 kph, and it can rocket to 393 kph with perfect nitro. So it's definitely slower than 400 kilometers per hour, but hey, it's a very agile car. It's like one of the most monster nitro stats within this bracket of S class. It is the longest lasting nitro of the bunch of the free-to-play cars. Now, of course, if you're going to compare that to a Chiron, I mean, the Chiron basically blows past this by a lot, even without relying on nitro. Right? It makes sense. So, the Cerberus Speed 12 only going at 400 kilometers per hour is not exactly... if you look at only its stats, wait, so it's definitely slower than the CCXR, but a lot of its, but it trades some of its agility stats for more acceleration and more nitro. So again, this thing is a Vanda in disguise. It's just one of the rare cases where a Drive Syndicate car actually reaches 400 kilometers per hour. Victor the Boss, thank you for joining in. This thing is basically a Vanda in disguise in a lot of ways. Like, it doesn't, the stats doesn't look like it's very similar to a Vanda, but the fact that it basically blows past most of the Drive Syndicate cars' stats. Like, look at this. This is the LVN, right? Acceleration, not that good. But when you look at its nitro, oh my god. That tells you everything already. It's basically a Vanda in disguise. So, we're gonna get to that. Okay. For those who are new to my stream and you're not familiar with my with that timer on the bottom right on the top right corner, well, you guys will figure that out later on. But for those who are familiar with my stream, well, you guys know what that is. But you'll discover later. Don't worry. So let's get started with seasonal events first. I'm actually not done with my chapter 2 yet, and I intend to finish it like kind of now. So let's test out the Cerberus. So this is a gold Cerberus. In real life, the TVR Cerberus Speed 12 is meant to compete against the McLaren F1. Wait, hold on, just to be sure. Get me close. All right. So its peak speed is only 419 kilometers per hour. Not that faster than a CCXR, which is a horrible comparison. And also not that faster than the Ultima. But when its drifting is like this, and it has monster nitro stats, oh my god. And most of the early access people on YouTube who tried to basically practice run this car, they practiced it on the wrong track. They practiced it on a speed-based track. And when I said, I want to see this thing for boring. No, you're not doing this car justice. I want to see this thing drift and spin. And also the starting, I'll be honest, the starting track for this one is doesn't do it justice. Okay. Hopefully I can finish the finale like within this stream. That would be nice. Alright. Escape. Oh, there's a chopper. Hashtag get to the chopper. Oh, got him. Some people say that they kind of don't like the placement of the R8 in Class C. It could have been at least in Class B or heck even low Class A. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Womp womp. I always use close camera for money run because it unnecessarily adds camera shake. Like it adds very excessive camera shake to your to the camera view. Come on. Either bunny run or hunted. Whoa! What the fudge cake? Okay, that was unexpected. Okay. Wait, that was a 2,500. You know what? I'm happy I dodged. Yeah, I dodged the bullet there. 5 jumps, 10 nitro time. Let's do it. You know, at least it's a good thing that they actually put the conditions in the pause menu in case you missed it. But in normal events that isn't Drive Syndicate, they don't. And that's really frustrating. It's like really difficult to track down your events. Okay. Again, 5 jumps. Fun fact, did you know all of the cars, all of the opponent cars that you see in Drive Syndicate are always going to be, it's either going to match the, what is this? It's going to match the previous, the car of a previous Drive Syndicate event. Yeah, it's gonna match the car of a previous Drive Syndicate event for the same chapter. But it only goes up to chapter 4. So sometimes you'll see the Genti, sometimes you'll see the Tartarus, and sometimes you'll see the Aventador SV. All of those cars are a previous Drive Syndicate car from chapter 4. Chapter 5, sorry. So you'll see sometimes the SV and the SVJ, both of them used to be Drive Syndicate cars. I forgot those ones are easy. Hello, Ionic 5. Okay. Okay. Hurry, get ready for a professional job and take my car to my associate's place stat. 360s. Wait, Osaka? Okay. 360s in one go is not that difficult, so let's do it. I remember when Osaka used to be Drive Syndicate, the location for Drive Syndicate 2. They're complete. There goes the 3-barrel, 360s. Oh. Nope. Fine. At 2 stars, the R8 has very, very bad, what is this? At 2 stars, the R8 has incredibly bad nitro efficiency. At maximum stars, it seems like it's much, much better. Reach all the firewalls in time. Okay. I'll be honest, at hazard level 1 only, if you're limited to hazard level 1 in Drive Syndicate, I'll be honest, the difference between making use of the most making use of the most efficient coin ratio is not really much different if the difference is like 100 or 200 sin points. Come on. Whoa, okay. After the Nevera R and the 2-2 Striker, it seems like the Cerberus Drive Syndicate seems to be very, very free-to-play friendly. I do, with the exception of the Totara, I do have all of the cars within completion range. Oh, what's this? I already have this, what the heck? It's just that, okay. The only major problem here, if you're trying to speed run the hazard level 1 races in Drive Syndicate, my only suggestion is this: do not take the one with the highest Syndicate points gain. Just don't take that. So there's usually 3 gain sizes: the small, medium, large, right? The small one is always going to be the most efficient. Like it gives you the most amount of Syndicate point. It gives you the most amount of Syndicate coins per 1,000 points. However, the issue there, and then the one that is like large, the one that gives you the most Syndicate points, that's the least efficient one. Obviously, if you're eligible for hazard level 3, obviously the solution there is that you want to complete like the most efficient one for hazard level 2, and then complete hazard level 3 later on. But if you're limited to hazard level 1 only, the difference between 100 and 200 Syndicate coins is probably not going to do much, especially when the gacha packs are like several thousand. So the only recommendation here is that this one has 3 sizes. The one that has a Syndicate points of like 1,200 something, or I think just 1,000. This one at 1,600, and then the last one is like 2,500. The solution is that if you see the 2,500 one, play it, okay? Once you get past the loading screen, fail it intentionally, like quit the race, because that's not worth it. That is the least worth it of the bunch. Oh, here's the Cairo. I really like the Cairo on the run. My favorite one is definitely the one from Himalayas, but the Cairo on the run has personality. Racing. Sees cops. Nope. Shockwave. Shockwave to accelerate. Yeah, I really like that. This is the one that has the most personality. Though, if you're gonna ask me, I actually remember when was the first instance of the Cairo on the run. It was previously featured, I think, in Drive Syndicate 3 with the LVN. Oh, okay, I dodged that. Because during that time, it was featured in Chapter 5, where the 911 GE3 RS was featured. So if you replace the Audi R8 with the 911 GE3 RS, it actually fits a lot. Whoa, okay. Double KO. Oh boy, that's a lot. Wow, that was just a lot. And they all got wrecked by the bridge. Hey, okay, let's escape. This is my first car. I'm afraid I'm damaging it. Can you take it to my garage for me? 7 stunts, 3 perfect nitros. Okay. Fun fact. Did you know KOing an opponent is actually considered a stunt? Because if you perform a stunt, that is going to give you... If you perform a stunt, that is going to give you... that's going to give you nitro, right? So if you KO an opponent, that is actually considered a stunt. Look at this. Right? So if you just perform 7 stunts... So if you remember, there are some conditions that go like, do not perform stunts, right? KOing, trying to knock down an opponent, is considered a stunt. So you should also try your best to not KO any opponent during the race, if that's the condition. But since this is KO, perform 7 stunts, yeah. So KOs are actually considered stunts. Come on, dang it. Come on. Okay, nice. It's really overranked. I mean, to be fair, the CCXR is also kind of overranked as well. It feels that way. You can call it Cerberus if you want, if autocorrect is messing up your spelling. 2 nitro bottles and no KO, no wreck. I swear, sometimes the nitro bottles are very... The nitro bottles conditions are sometimes very annoying. If you pair the nitro bottle conditions with the jump conditions, I have never encountered... Okay, I have encountered some, but it's so rare. It's so difficult to encounter like a nitro bottle and a jump, like that is like right next to each other. Like right in the same path, and almost all the time you have to choose between nitro bottle or a jump. It's really annoying. Okay, wreck. However, I will probably say that the Cerberus or the Cerberus, either way, it's gonna be probably a monster in Gauntlet, that's for sure. Again, if you only look at the top speed, which 90% of people who look at stats are always going to think about that, like an S-Class car should go like 400 kilometers per hour. And if a car goes like what is this? Wait, this is having perfect nitro. Okay, perfect nitros. Or if it's like, if a car goes like 5,000 rank, or close to 5,000 rank, it should go 500 kilometers per hour. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's already the kind of expectations at this point. However, considering that you rarely see any in the 5,000 rank, yeah, in the 5,000 rank range, you rarely see any car with hyper agile stats. Again, what is this? Okay, I knew it. I was talking about that a while ago. What was I saying? Many of the channels that were showcasing the Cerberus did not really showcase it in its best did not allow to put the Cerberus at its best foot forward, realistically speaking. This thing is gonna be a cornering monster. This is going to be a gauntlet monster, I assure you. They just showed it on the wrong set of tracks. That's my point. Like, if you ask me, the Cerberus, if you want to show off the Cerberus, you need to show it off in either Osaka or Auckland, not Shanghai. But I guess some people, they're trying to prove their point. They're basically cherry picking. Malaki E954, hello. I see they brought back Totara. Anyway, hi. For context, this is my Drive Syndicate loadout. Wait, no, this is my Drive Syndicate loadout. Where is it? So I have the P900. I have the P900 maxed out. Quick note: if you don't have the P900 at 2 stars or 3 stars, you would be surprised that if you start Drive Syndicate with the P900 locked, but you have 31 blueprints, you can literally blow past Chapter 3 without spending anything. I'm not kidding. Because you need 35 blueprints to unlock the P900, and then it goes down to like, I think 15 blueprints to get to stage 2, and then 21 blueprints to get to stage 3. So if you're gonna count the total number of blueprints that is collected in the stage, you can literally get the Tommaso, the P900, incredibly easily. At 31 blueprints, and then the game is gonna give you at 31 blueprints, and then the game gives you 30. It rockets the card to 2 stars already, really easily. So yes, so this is my P900, and then for Class B, I have the 177. Fun fact: it's called 177 because it's a hyper rare Aston Martin that they only made 77 of it. That's why it's called 177. So my 177 is already maxed out to 5 stars. A long time ago, I think this is the last B Epic card that I maxed out, from what I remembered. Then for Class A, the card that they featured here is the Aurora Agile, which is really great because once I start Chapter 5, I can rocket this card to 3 stars very easily because they give you 15 blueprints. So that's not very difficult. I need 45 blueprints. Hold on. 85 minus 30 is 55. 56. Minus 10 is 46. 41. I need to look for 41 blueprints for the Aurora Agile in order for me to get this card to 4 stars. That's how much I need to collect that's how much I need to collect in the stage. So yeah, close to the end of Drive Syndicate Chimera, I basically blew all my money trying to get this card to 3 stars. Unfortunately, I didn't get to 3 stars, but hey, at least I have enough that I don't have to look too hard. Now, the Aurora Agile is definitely the paywall chapter, but considering Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, both of our cards are like 5 stars. I'm gonna be making some serious money. And then for the Totara, where's the regular Totara? Yeah, there it is. I have it literally at the edge of 4 stars. So let me bring up a few stats, like the rewards. So the P900 is given 30 at the beginning, right? And you have to look for a bit of blueprints to get this unlocked. And then look at this. At 17,900, you get 10 blueprints. So Tunnel Vision at 17,900, after finishing Tunnel Vision 4, 17,900, you immediately get access to 10 extra blueprints. So all you need to do is to have your P900 at 2 stars. 2 stars plus 11 blueprints. And then when you collect 10, that is literally enough to get you to 3 stars. So all you need to do is collect 31 blueprints total. Now, the big yikes here is that the 177... Wait, it's just 3. The big yikes here is that the 177 is given at 361,000. No turning back. Upon completing Chapter 4, you don't get the reward yet. You have to play 1 race of no turning back 5 in order to get that reward. Which means if it is at 2 stars, you cannot play the... You're going to be basically star-walled. Star-walled, there. You're going to be basically star-walled and you have to play once. So Drive Syndicate dangling the 8 blueprints in front of you is not going to be helpful. And it's going to remain this way for the rest of Drive Syndicate. Now, oh wait, Aurora Agile is 25? Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. Time out. They give 25 for the Aurora Agile. Wait, hold on. That makes things way easier. Hold on. $85 minus 30 is 55. Minus 1. Plus 1 is 56. Okay, 56. Minus 25 is 30. I only need 31! Oh my god, this makes things much easier. Thank you. Tommy Van. Good luck with the Asphalt Legends today. Thank you. So I only need to look for 31 for the Agile. And I'm already set. That's literally it. Okay. Nice. And then of course for the 2-2, as the community calls it, 2-2. I just need 12. However, upon completing Chapter 5, I gain 25, which is enough to get me to Chapter 4. But that's not enough. I need to find 30. Oh wait, no. No, it's still 15. Okay, never mind. That's too bad. Okay. Hello, BX Gamer. Thank you for joining in. Okay, sorry. I got super excited with the 25. It's actually 15. So I still have to look for 41, unfortunately. So I celebrated too early there. Kick. Oh well. Stuff happens. You guys will notice that the Cerberus Speed 12 is given 30 here. The reason behind this is because you're expected to find 15 more. Well, at least you have to find only 15 and not... At least, in previous Drive Syndicates, they give you like 25. But I guess to keep it fair, they give you 30 instead. Which is at least a little more reasonable. So the 2-2, I'm basically going to clear it very easily. And then on the way here, it's going to be very easy. I wouldn't say it's very easy, but reasonably easy. And I can get my hands on the 2-2. And then over here, some... What the heck? Are you saying that this car is going to be the GOAT? Oh my god. Anyway. Oh wait. Alright. I have two more hazard level. I have 2 more hazard levels. Okay. Shockwaves, airtime. Let's go. Sure. Let's do it. Later I will continue this because I intend to play the finale. I'm actually very close to completing this. So I'm completing this live. Because unfortunately multiplayer I wouldn't say multiplayer got boring. It's like it got pretty deserted that I'm still in Platinum League, unfortunately. Hopefully I can get Champion League like in this stream. One shockwave. Okay. Nope. Actually, you know what? This is a good idea. For those people who keep complaining about classics being too chaotic, I have a suggestion for you. Play Hunted. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, play Hunted. Because notice that you cannot KO security drivers with just regular nitro. You have to KO security drivers by using shockwave or 360s, or really just squeezing them into the wall to do that. Oh, nice. I hit the jackpot. Well, it's not exactly a jackpot, but hey. I keep forgetting the name of this track. Is this Large Hill? Whoa, 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 whoa. Got a super spin there. Nope. Nice. Okay. Now, just because my hazard level is already maxed out, that doesn't mean I can play Money Run, because I still have Money Run. Wait, this is the same track, darn it. Okay. Okay, it's not exactly the same track. Oh, hello, Silver Lightning. That cornering, though. Okay. Okay, nice. I think that clip is a good display of its quartering ability. Insane. Okay, I still have one more. I think this is a reverse of downhill run, or... No, it's a reverse of dipping down. Oh, okay. Wow, that drift though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, nice. $142. Okay. Okay. $4,500, $4,480. Okay. You know, it took me forever to realize that, okay, the Tuatara is actually a reptile. I didn't realize that. Like, at first I thought it was some really, really aggressive animal, but it was just, but it's actually just some poisonous, venomous reptile. And suddenly that made sense, because in Drive Syndicate 3, the starting chapters of Drive Syndicate 3, you're racing around with your Rimac Nevera, your Rimac Nevera, that's the correct pronunciation. And then at the very end of the race, the green lizard, who is in a Tuatara, basically KO'd you at the very end and wrecked your Nevera. Yeah, that's the story. So, the Tuatara is a reptile, as in, you know, what lizards are. The Tuatara is a reptile, and then the Tuatara is also colored green. Straight up calling him Green Lizard. I didn't realize that until now, and I felt so dumb not knowing that. Okay. So 3,000, 2,860. That means in 2 races I can do this. But that means I'm gonna have to wait like 24 minutes, give or take. Okay. What else we got? So the R8 showcase is here. Why haven't I done this? I haven't done the overclock event, so we're gonna have to do that. Oh, the Aglaya's here, the concept. It's been a while since I tried the Concept S. You know what? Let's do that. Concept S. Me. I do own the Concept S, which I previously won in a previous split of the first split of Asphalt. What the? at this time, I've already paid. I wouldn't say I paid. I already own all of the Neveras. Sorry, all the remats in the game. But for some reason, I have not owned all of the Bugattis in the game. I mean, the Bullied is still currently a very pay-to-win car. So, but even then, it's like it takes a lot of skill to actually make use of that car. Like in real life, the car doesn't have any good cooling because it relies on the fact that it has to be going really fast in order to cool itself. It's kind of insane. Okay, nice. $85,000. That's pretty bad. I mean, that's what happens when you crash yourself, gang. Top 40. Interesting. Let's try again. I didn't realize that this thing was actually pretty fast. And it also has relatively Vanda stats. This thing is ranked like mid S class. Like approximately champion 2 if S class cars are available. Kilometers. Is that its normal nitro speed? Okay, that is normal nitro speed. There's no perfect nitro. I think got that sideways stun lock again. Okay. That sideways stun lock. My god. I'm gonna get back to you, but okay, before that. So, what's that? Some of you may have noticed that there is a timer on the top left corner of the screen. This one is basically a timer for me to manage my ADHD. So for those who are not familiar, I'm actually ADHD. So as much as possible, I try to keep my, what is this? Ghost Nexon, hello, thank you for joining in. I try my best to try to manage my ADHD by not overstimulating myself, like overly, like very, very way into the game of whatever I'm playing right now, because I might accidentally lose track of time. But of course, there might be cases where it's a little unavoidable, and that I can't really do much about that. So, during this break, what I'm gonna be doing is that from the name itself, it's called stretch break. That means I'm gonna get my butt off the chair and perform a few exercises. But to keep things a little bit more interesting, what I'm going to do is that for every new subscriber that I get from the previous stream or from the previous stretch break, I'm going to be doing some jumping jacks. So for for those who are not familiar with my stream, for every new subscriber that I get, I'm going to be performing 10 jumping jacks for you. But of course, unfortunately, you can't really hit subscribe twice. So yeah, you can't exactly hit subscribe twice. So for those who are already subscribed, you can always press the like button. I would definitely appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna do that right now. I'm gonna count my my new subscribers because unfortunately, Stream Elements is not okay. Hold on. Let me count. 2, 2, 3, 7, 10, 13. Okay. Okay. So 13. So 931. Okay. So right. Hello, Fast King. Thank you for joining in. I'm okay so far. I have been basically grinding away the Drive Syndicate because unfortunately was caught up. I was unfortunately caught up with a bunch of chores that I could not say no to. Unfortunately, so I could not. Unfortunately, I could not do my videos on time. Like I was supposed to be uploading today my full garage tour. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing my full garage tour, but unfortunately, I overslept yesterday. Yeah, I overslept yesterday, and unfortunately, I was unable to do the garage tour. There are 2 new likes. Okay, so so as I said before, for every new subscriber, since my last stream I ended it with 931 subscribers and 944 right now. I'm going to be doing 13 jumping jacks, but instead of 13 jumping jacks, I'm limiting it to only 7 for now, right? So since there's 13, oh my God, you guys are gonna you I'm gonna beat you guys to it, okay? 13 is 6 plus 7. Before you guys try to beat me to it, all right? But I'm gonna do 7. I'm gonna do 7 first, okay? So 70 jumping jacks. For those who are not familiar, by the way, I do jumping jacks using this. This is a 10-pound weight, or 4.5 kilograms for everyone else who's not American or just doesn't use pounds in general. All right. Okay. 70 jumping jacks for 7 subscribers. Let's go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Okay. 2 likes. So 2 likes is 5 run place times 2 is 10. Okay, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So to the ones who dropped the like and for the ones who dropped the subscribe, thank you for chat. Hello, Chernobyl. Thank you for joining in. Okay. I need to seriously clip that a while ago when I was doing a money run with the Cerberus. Here's the problem. Everybody who was showcasing the new cars, of this season, when they were driving the Cerberus, they were not pushing the Cerberus to its best. What is this? They were not pushing the Cerberus to its best traits. That is something that I commented that on a video named Tune Race Repeat. They raced the Cerberus in Shanghai. I said, this thing has Vanda stats. I want to see this thing drift. And he said, boring. So you're cherry picking it. Basically, everybody who believes that, if you ask me, everybody who believes that the Cerberus doesn't deserve its 5,000 plus rank, its 5,000 plus rank, that means they have been properly, that means that they have been properly, you know, I would say brainwashed. That means that they have been properly misled. Top speed is not the Cerberus' best trait. That's for sure. I'm not going to deny that. Because it's not that fast. Like, if you're going to compare it to the other Class S cars, yes, it hits 400 kph. But it's not faster than the CCXR. It's not faster than the Ultima. But if you're going to ignore the top speed, look at its monster stats. This thing is basically a Vanda in disguise. It's just not called a Vanda. Right? So for those people who, the CCXR, I would definitely believe is probably undeserving of its rank. I would agree with that. If you ask me, it should be at least around, at maximum, maybe 47,000. Sorry, 4,700 at maximum. But the Cerberus, if you ask me, that's kind of deserving. It's just that it's not deserving the way that you're expecting it to be. Like, every Drive Syndicate car usually goes way past 480 kilometers per hour. At least the King tier ones. Understandable. But the Cerberus, just like the Vanda, where it lacks in speed, it literally makes up for agility. And it's not every day that we see an agility focused. It's not every day that we see an agility focused Drive Syndicate car. It's not a King car, that's for sure. But it's not every day that we see like a 5,000 rank car that can corner like crazy. This thing is gonna be a beast in Gauntlet if people get their hands on it. And if people actually take it to Gauntlet, I assure you. Like, no joke. Okay. So I guess back to business. Alright. So since there's not much happening right now in other events, I'm gonna play some multiplayer. And because if you ask me, multiplayer is kind of brain dead right now. Like, just my opinion. Wait, you know what? Wait, what is this? Ghost teams. Okay, ghost teams. Phantom Squad. I might consider that. But don't worry. We might consider that. Don't worry. We're gonna do like 3 rounds later. Okay, so since I'm currently not in Champion League right now, I want to try out some Class 8. 9x8 and I'm already familiar with that. BMW M4, nah. Audi R8. What Class S? Really? See, guys, look at this. They can clearly turn off. They can clearly turn off the Lycan's Evo, and they can clearly turn off Evo for some cars. You know what would be nice? If the car's starting league, if the car's starting league in MP1 can be turned off until the driver gets promoted to the next league, then it can be turned on. That's how you keep it fair. They don't want to do it. It's like sometimes the easiest solutions is like the best. They don't want to use this. They don't want to use this solution because it's like too easy, and it's too easy to, like, it's everybody can be credited, and then they're gonna claim that it's like they're the ones who did that idea or who suggested that. Okay, but they didn't turn off the Evo for Centenario for some reason. Okay, you know what? I'm trying to practice with the owl. Let's try that. I'm gonna do 2 races with the owl, and then I'm gonna jump to. I only need 1 more epic. Do you have 1,000 tokens? Because if you have 1,000 tokens, you can literally buy it right now. However, when you consider the state of multiplayer right now is literally nothing but Lycans, and you want to stay competitive in MP1, it's worth it. I mean, I spent. What is this? I'm gonna show you some math later. Hold on. I'm not sure if I can do the countdown thing. Within my friend circles, it seems like I've already. Some people are basically making me feel bad about the so-called hammer count. Where instead of counting 3, 2, 1, I count like to 20. So weird. Oh, come on. You have 138,000 tokens, and you're gonna complain spending 1,000? Are you kidding? Okay. Let me show you guys something. 2-star class. Wait, 2-star class D. 9x8 or 07S. That depends on your situation. If you need Vanplay Games, thank you for joining in. The 9x8, you can acquire it right now at 1 star. The 07S, you're gonna be buying a lot of blueprints, and if you're nowhere close to 6 stars, you're not gonna unlock it ASAP. So if you're very close to unlocking the 07S, like maximum stars, well, go for that, sure. But if you need to unlock a car right now, well, of course, go for the 9x8. If you have to choose between the two. However, I would make the suggestion that if you have enough what is this? If you have enough tokens, if you have enough what is this? The spotlight coins. If you have enough of those spotlight coins, spend on both. Because if you level up a car, if you start up a car, that's free EXP even for a car that you don't own. Right? It's basically free real estate. You get EXP even if you don't own it. And free EXP is free EXP, as opposed to like spending like millions and millions of credits trying to buy blueprints from the Legend store. Okay. 2-star D class. Oh, here's one. Do I have enough? Do I have other 2-star D classes? It's literally just the EMEA. Yeah, it's just the EMEA. You know what? Fine. Right. Nothing wasted. Oh! You get one free... Wait. I actually didn't look at this yet. Open card packs. Destroy objects. Open card packs is going to be a little difficult for me. No back... Can I do this? Wait. Can I do this? No barrel jumps. Yeah, I remember the time when they put a little dragon on top of a volcano during the Dragon Force spotlight. Yeah, that was pretty sick. No barrel jumps. 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 Wait, there are no barrel jumps. Okay. Yes. Nice. I'll give you guys for those who are playing Drive Syndicate right now, I'll give you guys a place for you to farm tokens, or rather, sorry, a place for you to farm credits. It is super easy. If you guys forget the TLE, even if I've already golded all of the cars in the TLE, I'm still playing the TLE. You wanna know why? Oh darn, it's not showing. Both the Egoista and the Tryon are S-class TLEs. If they don't drop blueprints, they don't drop epics, and they don't drop import parts, they're going to drop lots of money. Like, a lot of money. Like, up to 20,000 money. Up to 20,000 credits. That is a lot of money, regardless of how you slice it. My god. And then after that, when you hit the X10, X12, or X20 multiplier, if your platform supports it, yeah, that's gonna be big money. In a single run, in a single refill, you can probably get like 20,000, or sometimes you can probably get like approximately 200,000 And if you're super lucky, you can get up to 300,000 in just a single run. So that's just one refill. Now imagine 2 refills to complete all of the conditions. That is insane. That is an insane amount of money. And I've said to other people on the Discord, if you're somebody who plays like 4 hours a day in total, so if you have like a 1 hour gaming session in the morning, 1 hour gaming session in the afternoon, and then if you're a night owl, sometimes you play like another one at night for slightly longer. Okay, sure, go ahead. Just drop it. For slightly longer, maybe like 2 hours. You can earn up to, like including the events that you can participate, you can earn up to 3 million a day on average. What are your honest thoughts about the season? I'll be honest. Considering Road to Glory was like the season that got me to level 60, this season is kind of mid, if you ask me. Car Hunt Vision. Okay, I would like to clarify a few things with the Vision 1789. This car is not a key car. There are some people who got really stressed out about this car hunt, but this car is not a key car. You don't need to blow 4.2 million. You don't need to blow 4.2 million credits to max out this car in order for you to unlock this car, right? Because remember, in special hunts that has a key, your car needs to be gold rank or like slightly below gold rank, and then you OC it in order for you to get the key, right? Yeah, the MP is weird. I'm gonna have to talk about that. This car is not a key car. There are some people on the Discord that got really freaked out about this car. Like they have to save like 42 million. And then there's like a bunch of other cars that they... Look, the only thing concerning about this car is that this car is a pre-Korean season car. Okay? This is a pre-Korean season car, and therefore you require 85 blueprints to get this car to 1 star and to unlock this car. That's literally it. If you want, you can always just car hunt the thing to oblivion until you reach maximum stars. Farm its what is this? Farm its epics, and then you just leave it at stage 8. I have used this car extensively. It is very mid. Now, if you want to farm EXP out of it, take my strategy. Leave it at stage 8. Okay, leave it at stage 8. Max out its import parts if you want to, because some people don't want to raise the threshold, right? Some people don't want to reach the threshold because they don't want to go to Division 5. They want to stay at Division 4 or Division 3, right? At stage 8, the maximum is like 3,700 rank with the parts applied. So the solution there is just, don't apply the parts, right? Just apply the rare parts for maximum EXP efficiency, and then don't apply the uncommon parts. That's literally it. So max out the car to 6 stars. Okay, leave it at stage 8, which is effectively 3 stars. Spend the rare upgrades. Don't spend the uncommon parts, and you're basically safe for Gauntlet. All right. At least this is one card that's not gonna bother you. At least this is one card that's not gonna bother you in the future when it shows up in the future event. All right. Now, if you ask me, where is it? Where is it? There it is. If you have access to the Terzo, I'll be honest, the Terzo in this one is kind of mid. Like, it doesn't excel at anything. They definitely trade blows, but they're like very mid. Like, if you ask me, it's like NSX 2017, no Evo, kind of mid. So my suggestion between this one and the other one, just pick a lane and then leave the other one at stage 8. That's it. If you have access, if you have easy access to the Terzo Millennial via the Legend Store, then okay. If you don't, this is basically its twin. Okay. Okay, I'll do one more race with the owl. Hoot hoot. Some people might be asking, why should you leave the card stage 8? Here's the problem. So I discovered that on average, people are going to gain at least, give or take, on average, 3 million credits every day, right? 3 million credits. If you want to upgrade your competitive garage, 3 million credits is not much to work with. Stage 11 and 12 is like 1.5 million for Class A. Stage 11 and 12 for Class S. Stage 11 and 12 for Class S is like 2.4 million. When on average, the average player is earning like 3 million a day. That's not a lot of credits to work with. So if you want to balance your event, if you want to balance upgrading your cars for competitive access, for event access and competitiveness, but you still want to be able to properly farm, just upgrade them to stage 8 for S-Class, upgrade them to stage 8 and then leave them there for now. And then decide later if you actually want to use this car competitively. Alright? Now, if you need to use the car for events, like for example, in Drive Syndicate, the minimum that you need for Class S is like 4 stars, then okay, fine. Upgrade it 4 stars. No problem. That's why for me, check this out. Where is it? Where's the Batista? For me, the Batista is left at stage 10 because I'm ready to upgrade this car. I know the Batista is really good for multiplayer and for Gauntlet, so that's why I'm already readying myself to upgrade this to stage 12. It's only at 5 stars, unfortunately. But this car's a beast in Gauntlet. This car's also a beast in multiplayer. I'm ready to spend my credits on it. I'm just kind of looking for that right now. And of course, there's Drive Syndicate, which means that this is currently my part of my competitive garage and not my event garage, right? Obviously, events are gonna come first if you need to upgrade your car for events. Again, you only have 3 million to work with. All the others, the extras, use it for farming. Use it to farm EXP. Oh yeah, I need to. In total, I think I have a total of like 16. 16? Wait, where's it? In total, as of right now, I have a total of 16, I have a total of 16 cars with pending stage upgrades. So, my goal here is that every week, I have like 2 A-class cars and 1 S-class car that I'm gonna focus my upgrades on. Again, cash is pretty tight. And yet, despite that, I'm still, as of right now, because I'm now focusing my stage upgrades, I basically got demoted to only earning like 60,000 EXP every day. Again, there's no garage level 61 right now, so there's no rush, or at least not yet. So every day, I allocate 1.5 million for events and my competitive garage. Okay. But between Thursday to Sunday, I allocate I allocate the whole 3 million to those instead. So you see those guys in Discord hoarding like tens of millions of credits. Yeah, you're not gonna see me do that. Imagine hoarding that amount of credits and you still don't have enough. You still don't have a big enough. Your competitive garage is still not big enough. That's the issue. Getting wrecked by Gallardo is just the heck. Oh, okay. Oh, nice, Aston Martin. You know, I actually like that throughout the years, James Bond, throughout the evolution of James Bond, at the beginning, of course, it's just like a basic an average Aston Martin car, and then they went to a DB9 or DB11, or the DB car. At best, most of those cars are just like luxury exotics, and that's it. But then, as of the recent James Bond media, like for example, the latest movie of James Bond, and then, oh, you're gonna have to go outside. All right. Oh, hello, Halloween. Thank you for joining in. Ah, darn. Okay. Got distracted by private lobby, darn. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my multiplayer one run, and then I'm gonna do my multiplayer one run, and then we're gonna do private lobby. Don't worry about it. And for those who previously been to my private lobby before, well, you guys know what's coming. And if you don't, well, you're in for a surprise. I not know what I was expecting there. Darn. Okay. That was embarrassing. Okay. Wait. This is what I'm saying. This is like 2500, right? This one is a bad credits ratio. This one is a bad, have you spoken about the MP situation? Yes. It's really weird. I don't know why did they do it. I'm always the kind of guy, for those who are not familiar, I'm always the kind of guy who's always at the top 2500, the top 2500 of almost every multiplayer MP1 season. So, I wouldn't say that I'm that good, but I'm good enough that I don't suck. 5 jumps. Yeah, I'm good enough. I'm not that good compared to pros on YouTube, but I'm good enough that I don't suck. That's for sure. Because my primary purpose is content. So when I noticed that I got the top 500 in the first few days, and I'm facing like the same person, like the same set of people for like the entirety of my fuel, oh my god. And the fact that it's Ghost multiplayer is boring. That's what I've been telling you guys. This is like playing an FPS where everybody's physically in the same lobby, but you're not, but friendly fire, but no. But literally nobody is able to hurt anyone. It's like, it's multiplayer but a shooting gallery. Like shooting gallery multiplayer. There's no PvP element other than just beat the other guy in the leaderboard. You agree on Quan and me, you, about the long-awaited cars being in Class C? Okay, I did not hear about that. I did not hear about that. However, I do understand from other people on YouTube, as well as on Discord, that they're kind of disappointed that the R8 is even in Class C instead of maybe Class B. Yeah, I kind of feel like it should at least be Class B, not Class C. Like these cars, like the R8 are like legendary, and then it's like in Class C. That's a sentiment that I've heard. I didn't hear it specifically. I didn't specifically hear it from you or from Juan, but that's the general sentiment that I'm aware of. And something weird that I noticed about the Audi cars that featured this season, from what I know that the Audi R8 is like their top end model. Yeah, the Audi R8 is like their top end model of Audis in terms of performance, and then all the others are like kind of mid, and they're more focused on more focused on basically being luxury exotics with the ability to race. So I understand why they kind of don't want to feature their cars as, you know, arcade. They don't want to feature their cars as arcadey. I mean, that's literally what Toyota did as well, right? Juan himself said that he's pissed about the Rennsport being C-Class. Yeah. Alright. A rogue racer's following us. Darn it, I need... Okay. Do I have enough money for this? Oh. Okay. Okay, nice. But unfortunately, I'm currently out of hazard level. I'm gonna wait a bit. I'll be honest, I have never seen a Class B car be a Chapter 2 Drive Syndicate car. I'm okay with that, actually. Like, if it's, like, rare. Traditionally, every Chapter 2 car has always been a rare car, like 4 stars, because there's like four main chapters and then a finale chapter, so each representing every star, right? Excuse me. Each one representing every star. So yeah, each one representing every star, right? When they started introducing C-class cars as the chapter 2 car, it's like, yes, it's 5 stars, but they still kept the same format of being 4 parts of that chapter. So that's why 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 1 2 star, 1 2 3 star, 2 3 4 star. There's no part 5. There's no normal part 5. That would have been 3 4 5 stars. There's no part 5, so it's still there. So it's like the minimum that you need is to complete is to 4 star, right? So because of that, I discussed this last week. Don't bring it up again. I'm sorry. What is this? Chapter 4. So sorry. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has always been a 4-star car. So I'm completely okay if chapter 2 is like they introduce like a new B-class car that is like 4 stars. I'm completely okay with that, to be honest. At least it's like more performant than the average. And considering that they keep featuring 5-star cars like epic cars, I'm completely okay if they introduce like a B-class B-class epic car. Like in this range. Like I'm okay if I'm completely okay if they put it here. At least that car will have competitive relevance for chapter 2. I'm alright with that. Okay. Let's go with Ghost Multiplayer. Let's play a bit of Ghost Multiplayer. And because this is like the only card that's being spammed to death in multiplayer right now, might as well not get left behind. Or I might lag behind. Sometimes I feel cringe trying to see somebody else's punchline. So weird. Lycans and Vandas. Take your pick. Wait, I forgot what nitro am I using. Am I using explosive? No. As you guys, as I promised, by the way, I did a poll recently where I said, would you guys? I keep showing like hyper lucky races where I win by doing nothing and everybody just collapses for some reason, like lightning strikes except me, kind of deal. So, oh dang it, brain fart. I decided I might actually consider, I'm gonna do like more skill tissue videos. Or like one small action like lightning strike actually destroys a perfectly good race. I golded my 07S and I was like, yay. But when I OC'd my 07S, I was like, stoop. Okay, weird. Do you guys call it 007 or Lucky or 7S? At least for me, I call it Lucky 7. Like how they say the Laboratoire Noir is the LVN, right? Or they call the Totara strike the Totara as the 2-2, right? Because sometimes the names are like weird to pronounce wholesale. You can't exactly call the Charger a Charger because there's like at least 3 Chargers in the... There's at least 3 Chargers. Wait, no. There's 2 Chargers and one of them is a Hellcat. But they insist on having to call it Hellcat White Body. Sorry, Hellcat Red Eye White Body. Oh, somebody got KO'd. Dang it. But I will be happy if I had a JCAT. It was free in the past. Yeah, it was free, technically speaking. If you have like 50,000 tokens if you have like 50,000 tokens free, you could theoretically own the JCAT. But you need 50,000 tokens for that. Which under normal circumstances, if you're like the token hoarder who's always waiting for burst of speed, then yes, that is possible. But considering that they keep adding like a Drive Syndicate in literally every update. Oh my god, I found a Lycan spam lobby. What is it? What is that meme? Yeah, what was that meme? Lycans. Lycans everywhere. Come on. Oh, no! Oh, Acer is here. Okay. FL Acer. Okay. Pambo Power Tech, thank you for joining in. Yes, I saw that you... It looks like I think you're reacting to when I hit the random traffic... The random parked car. Yeah, I know. You know what? What config am I using? Drift Nitro Semi... Explosive? No. I need universal. Okay. For those who are not familiar about how the semi-slick tire works, there are drag tires which increase your top speed. Okay? It increases your top speed, but it reduces your handling. It keeps you planted on the ground, but it kind of makes it harder to steer. Semi-slick tires is kind of like the opposite. It does increase your top speed by a little bit, and it also increases your handling by a little bit. So, the good thing about this is that if you're going for a light build, and you want to go a little faster, so what happens here is that your handling gets demoted, but it only gets demoted like halfway. That's the beauty of the semi-slick tire. So you can basically get the benefit of the handling benefit of a lightweight build, or at least almost a lightweight build, but not really being in the lightweight category. So you're still fast AF boy. Greetings from Spain. Thank you. Hammer Guy Alien for GL60 is free to play. Okay, let me explain. They should swap positions with the ZR1. Yeah. Let me explain. Scapegoat. I'm not an alien. Okay. I'm not an alien for reaching GL60 as free to play. Okay? Full transparency here. Full transparency. I'm a 5% pay to win guy. 5%. Maybe once or twice every year, I do spend on the Legend Pass. Okay? But what country am I from? I'm from the Philippines. Once or twice a year, I spend on the Legend Pass. And I'm pretty sure some of you have seen me with this car, right? This one literally offers me nothing, no experience other than looking good. Like one of the best decals in this game that isn't a Grand Prix decal. And it's the most motorsporty decal in the game. If you ignore the Itasha blueprint, the Itasha anime aesthetic. Okay. If you ask me, the biggest whale car that I own in this garage, and this is debatable. I know people are gonna say that this is debatable. It's this one. And I know what you're thinking. Special hunt? No. I owned this car before the special hunt. I owned this car at 2 stars. And if you guys remember, the first Black Friday season of Asphalt Legends Unite back then, featured this one as the Legend Pass car. Compared to the other key cars in this game, which realistically speaking, you have to spend at least $100 to get your hands on these one. Maybe not this one. And maybe not this one. But literally all of these. Maybe this. But you get my point, right? You get my point. Compared to these key cars, which you have to spend like at least $100 or probably more. This one only costs $5. Yeah. The LP remake, yes. But however, I will be very transparent with you guys and be very clear with you guys. This is the only whale car that I own. That's it. It's technically a whale car. Like, it's keyed. And you have to pay money for it. Well, when it first came out, of course. But this is the only whale car that I have. Now, you might argue, Rimac Nevera, Burst of Speed, Centodeci, Drive Syndicate, Nevera R, right? And then maybe upcoming next would be this one. All right. So Scapegoat, let me explain. You can't exactly call me a whale tier pay to win for me to get to garage level 60, because if it's just one car that produces like 600,000 EXP, that's not really gonna do much. If you ask me, you know what I am? Like, legitimately speaking, you know what I am? I'm this guy. I got to level 60 by exploiting the numbers. I did not get to level 60 by whaling. That's why I only have 280 cars. And I know what you're thinking. Only? Look. Quan? Yeah, one of the Discord mods, Quan, who also streams on YouTube, he's also level 60. And he has like 300 cars. If you see a guy who was level 60 and he probably just reached level 60, he probably has 300 cars. I don't. Because I properly exploited the system and I only have 281 cars. So people are thinking that I'm probably some level 40 guy or level 50 guy. No, I'm not. I'm level 60. Yes. And the reason why, Fast King, if you're in the chat, you already know what's coming. But if you're not, but for those who are not, you know what it is. You guys know what's coming. For those who are familiar. This is why. I know exactly. Yes. Let me do the meme. Actually. Yeah. So yeah. This is the reason why. Now this is just a general guideline. Okay. This is just a lookup table on what are the EXP numbers like readily available. If you ask me, that's like chicken. That's like chicken easy. That's like chicken easy lemon squeezy or something. I don't know. No, this is the real. This is the mother load. I know exactly the. I record literally every single. Wait. Did 4? Oh, I had to make these 5. Yes, I'm the real nerd emoji. If you ask me, at a single. Wait, hold on. At a single glance, I know exactly what is the most efficient spend without having to think. I just did all the thinking earlier on. Okay? There's no programming BS. I do have a degree that's related to programming, but no programming BS. This is mostly just math. Now, of course, an understanding in programming is definitely helpful, but this is just math. X lookup, car name, X lookup. Oh my god. Yeah, for a lot of people, this is like super. This is like, what is this? Galaxy brain nerd something something. Yeah. So I do have like a priority hierarchy. Like if I need this for an event, you notice like the P900 is down here, and then for hyper efficient spend, I got the Zagato, I got the Batista, the Hoot Hoot. So yes, this is Galaxy Brain. Yeah. I literally intend to make a video about this one, and it already took me like almost a year to get it because I couldn't get my right voice to get this to voice properly. And to be honest, I feel like I couldn't articulate it easily. Like there's some, because one major issue for me is that I have communication problems. Okay, so when having to speak scripted, it's kind of difficult for me. Sometimes I wrote this. Oh wait, it looks wrong. Kind of like that. So immediately I can see the owl. I need to spend 21 million. I need to spend 21 million to max it. But if I want to micro spend, The cheapest amount that I need to spend is 700k, and if I want to max out one single stat, I need I need to have like 5.3 million. Okay, so let's say I put this at stage 10. Now the cheapest that I need is 979,000, but in total I need 4.6 million. At a glance, at a single glance, I can already see the amount that I need. I don't have to hoard. Yeah, so never hoard again, ever. In my case, but unfortunately, this only works with Excel. Fast King, who was previously in this, I think he's still in the chat. I think, if you are, hello. I sent it over to him as a test subject for this Excel sheet, and it seems like his version of Excel doesn't work. I don't know why. This is gonna be super useful if you're trying to see if you already upgraded all of these cars and you want to focus on farming next, or you have a bunch of cars that are like really expensive right now and you have to decide which one you have to upgrade. This one will help you budget. And of course, over here, this is like my entire journey. This is like my entire level 59 journey. So as you can see here, I spent a total of 163 million to get to level 60. Oh, not exactly, but yeah. 163 million at level 60 and an average of 3.2 million. And again, I only play like approximately anywhere between 4 or 5 hours every single day. And I average approximately 92 EXP every day. So this one is possible for most people. You only get 3 million a day. Okay? So for the little amount of credits that you get every day, the best way to do it is to spend smart. Alright? Spending on blueprints in the Legend Store, if you ask me, if you have nothing else to spend, okay, sure. But if you're spending 5 blueprints, that's like immediately 3 million. That leaves literally no room for you to spend for upgrades for events or for your competition garage, and no room for farming whatsoever. That's gonna basically slow you down to a crawl trying to reach the next level. Is buying more blueprints. That's why for me, I only buy one blueprint. Yeah, I only buy like one blueprint in the store. Buying a single blueprint is not going to get you more EXP. It's not going to improve any of your cars unless they're like really, really close to improving to like 1 star up. Okay, that's not gonna improve anything. Now, if you're a total whale and you have like 50 million, okay, sure, go ahead. But not everybody hoards in this game. All right. Well, those are the only people showing posting their resources on Discord. Yeah, because of course they're proud of it. Not everyone's proud of not everybody's proud of their sub 1000. Oh darn it, my controller PC. Not everybody's proud of their sub 1000 credits wallet. All right, or like their sub 1000 tokens wallet. They're not gonna post that. However, there's a big however. I can immediately see how many rare parts do I need to upgrade everything. Right? I immediately see how many rare parts do I need to upgrade for everything, and I can also see immediately how many uncommon parts do I need to upgrade for everything. All right? So therefore, I have no reason to hoard any of my rare parts. There are other people who are like, they have 999 of everything. I don't need to do that. Like, let me ask you, like, legitimate question. Mamo, thank you for joining in. Let me ask you, when was the last time that you need to spend for When was the last time that you need to spend for a D-class rare upgrade? A D-class rare part? That isn't in Grand Prix. In Grand Prix, if it's like a D-class Grand Prix, for most people, they're going to start up their car once to 2 stars. Okay? So that's like 1 top speed, 1 acceleration, 1 handling, 1 nitro. Okay? Why do you need 50? Why do you need 50 of every part? If you're the kind of person who basically has done this, you basically wiped out the entire showroom already. And I own literally almost every D-class rare car already in existence. Why do you need to hoard 50? There's like somebody there, like, that's too little. What do you need that for? Why do you need to hoard 50? Why do you need to hoard 999? When you can literally spend these trade coins, when you can literally spend the... God. When you can literally spend your trade coins on this, on like collecting blueprints or collecting epics. What is the point? What is the point of collecting 50? Why? Oh well, anyway, whatever. Anyway, stretch break. Then after this we're gonna do private lobby. As I said before, perception is as important as intelligence. If you're a grade schooler, you cannot multiply big numbers. And you're asked, what are the two numbers you can multiply to get 7,500? I don't know. But what are 2 numbers that you can multiply to get 7,500? Perception. Exactly. Yeah, who needs to, like, realistically speaking, who needs to hoard 999? Just to make sure. If you continuously hoard credits and resources and it's still not enough, that means it's not working. It's clearly not working. People are still complaining that the resources in this game is too scarce. Like, it's at a shortage. Meanwhile, I don't have to worry too much. I mean that's kind of rich coming from somebody who has like 20 less cars than other garage level 60 guys. But yeah, exactly. I have lesser cars and therefore I have lesser problems, kind of deal. But I'm still at garage level 60, so that basically invalidates a lot of people's problems. Like, why do you need to hoard 50 million? Why do you need to upgrade every single Class S car? Do you need to upgrade the 1789? The 1789 is not a key car. Why do you need to spend 42 million? The car's kind of mid. Why do you need to spend that much? Just leave it at stage 8. Come on. Every player is earning an average of 2 million or 3 million every day. And you need to max out like a car that you're not gonna use? Are you serious? You have to decide. You have to properly decide. My God. I'm sorry. That's like my rant for the day. That's enough of it. That's enough of that. I'm sorry. Okay. So I think this is already a good time for me to blow up some steam. All right. Okay. So okay. So the six extra people who subscribe. Thank you for that. Let's blow up some steam. 60 jumping jacks. Okay. And we're gonna be doing private lobby right after for those who are interested. It seems like some of you are itching to do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 7, 6, 5, 1, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay. I've been thinking of collecting epics of the 1789 and then leaving it to collect dust on my garage. Fair. That's fair. 4 likes. Okay, so 2 extra. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the strategy for S-Class cars. The strategy here for S-Class cars, at least the 6-star cars, upgrade the car to stage 8, and then upgrade its rare parts at bare minimum. Then if you don't want to cross a threshold of rank, because you don't want to be promoted to a Division 5 or something, the uncommon parts are optional. Why do I do this? 3 stars is like the threshold in which you're already spending way too much for the car, and the exp efficiency per spend kind of drops off like a cliff. Yeah, that's the sad reality of many S-Class cars. So if you don't see the car, this is my hierarchy. Yes, exactly. This is my hierarchy. Is the car? There are 2. Every car in this game has 2 purposes. Number 1 is utility. Number 2 is competition. And number 3 is farming. Okay, EXP farming. If the car is not featured this season, then obviously you're gonna have to look at it in the competitive aspect or the farming aspect. Okay, if it's like a really high level end game car, then obviously it goes into your competition garage. If it's like C class or lower, there's a very high chance that you're probably just gonna leave it in your garage. All right. However, many cars below B class have incredibly high EXP ratios. I wouldn't say incredibly high, but they're like reasonably high. Okay. So many S-Class cars that are like way up there, like in the 4,500 rank, majority of the time, those are like end game cars, and more often than not, they're not going to be used as support. They're not going to be used as event access. Unless, of course, Drive Syndicate. Sorry about that. Either Drive Syndicate or maybe, I guess, Burst of Speed. You have to consider that Burst of Speed cars, somebody noticed, just save your tokens for Burst of Speed. Alright? Here's the thing. If you're like some level 15 guy who's basically lacking cars to access events, would you care about these Burst of Speed cars? This is like some level 5 guy. This is like some level 5 guy in an RPG being given like an endgame sword. Basically a disc 1 nuke. But with a massive catch that you need to be at a certain level to be able to start using it. The reason is because this item requires you to have a stat, like for example dexterity, or rather strength, in order for you to use it. But that's not possible for you to have that kind of stat at level 5. All right. So it's pretty cool to have it, but it's not useful to you right now. Like, you have access to a 1-star, relatively endgame S-class car, which are only going to use to bully people in MP2. Basically, it's not useful for you competitively. In a lot of cases, these burst of speed endgame cars are not useful to lower level players, if you ask me. Now, if you're basically given a lot of these S-class cars that are like incredibly expensive, almost all of the Epic 6 cars are like incredibly expensive. If they have low competitive value, at best, you should use these cars for EXP. Like, milk the car for EXP. Stage 8 is like, yes, 3 stars or stage 8 is like the last stage where they're efficient for farming EXP. But past that, you're already spending way too much and gaining very little. Because the amount of rare upgrades, rare parts that they gain per star past that is like incredibly low. So, however, for A class, the maximum should be stage 10. So, if the car for you is useful to you competitively, that's when you start upgrading it past stage 10 or stage 8. Okay? Because past stage 8 or past stage 10, that car is no longer an EXP car. That car is now a competition machine. All right? And remember, you only have like 3 million to spend every day on average. So, why are you going to spend it on a car past stage 8 if you're not going to use it competitively? Right? So, leaving an S-class car at stage 8 gives you a good balance of farming and upgrading. Sorry. Yeah, it gives you a good balance. Past stage 8, you have to decide very carefully if you want to blow money on this car, if it's like competitively useful for you. It's not going to be, for many of these high-end endgame cars in S-class are probably not going to be useful to you for event access, because again, they're endgame cars. Unless there's like a bigger endgame car that this car actually gives you access to, which sometimes happen. But again, you only have 3 million. You only have 3 million to spend every day, so that gives you an even more reason. That gives you, yeah. No, I've already done that like right now. I just haven't started. So basically, my point is the fact that you have very little amount of credits that you're given every day means that you have to spend really smart. You cannot just blow it on every S-class car that you see. All right? There's many other cars below S-class that's going to earn you more EXP than S-class, like efficiently. All right? Basically, spend the little credits that you get per day smart. If it's not going to be used for competitive, it's going to be used for farming. If it's not going to be used for farming, then don't spend on that car. All right? That's the hierarchy. Events, competitive, farming, just leave it. Right? So that's the deal. So again, my point, let's go back to the point. Why do you need to spend 42 million on the Vision 1789? So that the garage isn't gonna bug you to upgrade this car. What are you gonna use it for? Is it to get the key? The 1789 is not a key car. It's a BP unlock car. You have competitive reason to use it. It's not better than the Terzo. It's like the Terzo and the 1789 is very similar in performance. And we know how bad the Terzo performs. It's very mid. Yeah. So why do you need... Is it for farming? Just leave it at stage 8. Just leave it at stage 8. Buy the rare parts and then leave it. That's it. If you don't want to get promoted to Division 5, don't buy the uncommon parts. All right? Just farm all of its blueprints so that in a future event when it gets featured as a support car, it doesn't get in your way. But leave the upgrades at stage 8. All right? That settles my point. You don't need to spend 42 million. Wait, let me check. Let me check something. Where is it? I'll give you some context. I'll give you guys some quick context. Where is it? You know how much you have to spend for S-Class Epic 6? 27 million for stage upgrades. You want to know what happens when you leave it at stage 8? You only spend 4.5 million. So why do you need to... This is a massive jump. This is a massive jump going from stage 8 to stage 13 for buying all the epics. For buying all the upgrades. And then if you're going to include import parts, 8 million versus 42 million. Why do you need to spend 42 million? Okay, I already repeated my... You guys get my point. I already repeated myself way too often, alright? My God. There's some people out there who's... Again, I said this before. There are some people out there who's they need to hoard 100 million. But for some reason they could... But 100 million is not going to... It's not gonna buy them three S-Class cars. It's not gonna buy them the maximum upgrades of 3 S-Class cars. It's never gonna be enough. So why fight the scarcity when you can just simply spend your resources smart? Right? The devs are not gonna magically throw you a bone. Let's be real with that. And just like real life is not gonna magically throw you a bone either. I understand that this game is not real life. But then, you can't expect the game to just give you, spoon feed you literally everything. Right? Now, for those who want to hoard, I'm not gonna stop you. But understand that it's not really going to solve it. But understand that it's not gonna solve. That's not gonna solve the financial issue in this game. So the best way to go is go the other way. All right. That's a lot of ranting already. For those who are interested, let's play some private lobby. All right. Let's do some Norway. Uh, 615 and 7i. The credit problem in this game is never going to end, so the best way is to be smart managing. Yes. Basically, I'm always going to say, work smart, not hard. Everybody can work hard. But if it's not gonna be, it's not going to be. If it's not going to be, but literally anybody can work hard, realistically speaking. But and therefore that means not many people are going to recognize that well. So the smart thing to do, work smart. All right. So this is going to be just 15 minutes. 615 N7I. My point being, it's just like how PCMR would usually it's just like PCMR. How do I say this? PCMR. The best PC that you can access is the one that you have, not the one that you want. Right? I've been stuck with this PC for at least 6 years already, and for me, it served me really well. I definitely wish I can get like a 12 core, but hey, considering that I've already done like quite a lot of things with this PC and I have no complaints about it, like it hasn't bogged me down big time, I can't really complain. So I guess how do you put this? I guess bring your best A-class car. Oh yeah, private lobby. Again, and also likewise, I only have 281 cars when I reach garage level 60. So likewise, the same logic applies. The best cars are the ones that you have, not the ones you... What is this? The best cars in the game are the ones that you have. Sorry, no. Make the best use of the cars that you have instead of wishing for cars that you don't. Right? Now, if the game just gives it to you, then okay, sure, go ahead, take it. I don't have... If you ask me, I have very little use. I have very little use of the GTM, the Ford GTM4. But hey, it was given. This car was basically given to us for free. I'm like, sure, why not? Free EXP is free EXP, right? Like, how do you put this up? It's free real estate. Like, why not? Of course. I'm gonna wait until there's at least 3 guys. All right. Lightweight Corvette. Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna change it up a bit. Let's match it for Norway. This car's definitely fun to drive. Hold on. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Sorry, 1 minute. If in one minute nobody joins in, I'll start the race. All right. Like, I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips, and that's basically what he said. Those budget graphics cards like the GT1030, the GT1630, and those really low end ones that nobody talks about. Their primary purpose is to literally output graphics, and make Fortnite at least run at 720p, but that's literally it. Yeah, that's literally it. Now, Linus's suggestion there is that for the little money that you have, blowing it on a GT 1030, if you're gonna consider price, is not a good idea. And if you're gonna say, well, I don't have money. Look, he said a lot of times. Option number one, go one tier up. Okay. These GT 1030s, they cost like usually $100. If you go like one tier up, maybe $120 or $130, that's not really much. That's not really much money. You can get a GT 1050. A GT 1050 is actually double the speed of a 1030. That is spending smart. And if it doesn't cost that much, it's like 10,000 pesos or like $200. It kind of checks out in most markets. It kind of checks out. Okay, in most markets, it kind of checks out. It's like, what is this? A GT 1030 costs like 8,000 pesos. A GT 1050, it costs like 10,000 pesos. So that's like a $40 difference. Now, you don't have $40? Okay, sure. No problem. Buy it used. You can probably buy a GTX 1060. Hey. On. Oh well, too bad. Kick. Darn it, like to win. Okay. So, you know what? If you want to use your Lycan, sure, I want to try that. Let's try a different map. I want to test something. Yeah, out of bounds. Okay. Right. Get your Lycan tune ready. Because I'm ready for mine. Actually, wait. Wait, is this the right one? Wait, no. Oh! Wait, this is possible? Actually, that's not bad. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm 99% sure this is literally everybody. Yeah, I'm such an NPC that I literally use. I'm such an NPC. I literally use a white Lycan. Oh! Damn. Okay, that's pretty bad. I literally have a race. I literally have a clip where I accidentally emoted, where I did like a stunt emote or something. Like, I performed a flat spin, I landed wrong, and then I did another flat spin, but it stopped midway, like halfway, and then it spun the other way. So I said, I accidentally did an emote. Are you just flexing? Alright. This is a horrible idea. You know what? Sure. Cringe Nitro. Heavyweight. Yeah, sure, let's go. Let's go late. You late, mate. Perfect Nitro. Oh my god. This is a horrible idea. This is a horrible idea. But it might work. Okay. This is not Apex wait, no. If I want Apex performance, okay, almost there. You know what? Sure, that's not bad. Alright, let's do it. Bring it. If you ask me, Spice Circuit is literally my favorite. Yeah, Spice Circuit is actually my favorite. It's actually my favorite track in India. Wow, that was a sick drift stop. Perfect Nitro is cringe. What the heck are you emoting? Dang it, I took the slow route. Oh well. I accidentally took the scenic route. Darn. Okay. Alright. Cannibal X. Let's do one more race. But you're not gonna like this race. This is a horrible idea. Bring out your R8. If you have the R8, that would be nice. Bring out your R8. The R8. Alright. I guess this depends. I guess this one depends on how far you are. This depends on how far you are in Drive Syndicate, because I'm already like 2 stars in this one. You know what? Wait, hold on. Where's that Caribbean map? It's not here yet, darn. Okay. Oh, darn. Okay, okay. Let's do it. Excuse me. Red One, thank you for joining in. I'm sorry I didn't see you the first time. Wait, I didn't choose this. At 1-star and 2-star, this car has horrible nitro, unfortunately. I've heard this is a good stunt route for low nitro cars. Okay, I'm a little disappointed. Drift to win. Dang it, this car nitro runs out too fast. Oh my god. Okay. Do you unlock the SSC in this DS? I have a very high chance of unlocking it this Drive Syndicate. If I unlock the Totara, I would be happy. And if not, well, geck. Too bad. Alright, what time is it already? Stretch break, okay. Cannibal, thank you for the races. Even if some of them are totally unfair, I still had a good time. Thank you for that. Okay. And for those who didn't join, I'm sorry about that. Legend Store. What's in the Legend Store? Darn, I don't have enough. Oh well, too bad. Okay. So you know what? Let's finish off. Let's finish this off. Okay. Let's do it. 10,000 Syndicate coins and P900. Okay. Let's do it. Unfortunately, my butt is on fire right now. Wait, am I using the right... Okay, nice. It's yet another golden Jesco, what the heck? Let's see this thing turn. Oh yes! Whoa, okay. Got him. Keep spinning. Find it, people. Got him. Is that like the second time I KO'd him? Yeah, he's too fast, unfortunately. Whoa, what the heck? No, you don't. Come on. Come on. Yes. Nice. Finally. Nice. Okay. How much do I need? 2,000. Okay. One. Oh my god. Okay. The minimum rank I need is 2,000. Wait, is it 2,000? Yeah, 2,000. Okay. Okay. No, that's actually not enough, unfortunately. Wait. Was it 40? 40. I could buy this one. Nah, that's just gonna be too easy. No, I got this. I literally got this chapter and the next chapter where I'm gonna be hoarding. A crap ton of Syndicate coins, and I'm gonna blow it on the. And I'm basically gonna blow it on the Aurora Agile. Okay. You know what? No. Where does this place? Oh yeah. You know what's really interesting? People say that the Cerberus is overranked. Look at the card it's next to. It's next to the CCXR. It's no wonder some people are saying that this card's overranked. So it has stronger tops. It has stronger acceleration. Its handling is kind of similar, but its nitro is monstrous. So this thing is basically a Vanda in disguise. What time are you gonna be doing this next stream? It's gonna be around this time as well. So, sorry, the stretch break quickly. I'm gonna check a few things. Okay. So I guess no change. I'm actually about to finish the stream right now. Literally right now. Oh wait. Okay then. There's a few people who dropped a like. All right, I might as well acknowledge it. Okay. So there's unfortunately no change in the subscribers, but I know that there's like 3 guys who suddenly dropped a like. So okay, sure. So 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So for the ones who dropped the like, and for those who are currently watching the stream, thank you guys for sticking around. Okay. So that's what I was gonna say. Thank you guys. So for those who are currently watching and those who are currently sticking around, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And also, I also appreciate those people who stuck around with my what is this? Asphalt resources rant. My God, and like everybody complaining they're not being given enough resources or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, so for this week, I'm finally gonna upload that garage tour. I should have done that like 2 days ago before what is this? Before Drive Syndicate, before I unlocked the R8, but I couldn't do it. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna do it probably today, or if not today, it's gonna be tomorrow, and it's gonna be kind of simple if you ask me. So This is a 100% free. This is a 95% free to play garage tour, where the only card that the card that probably contributed the biggest to my EXP is probably the Nevera time attack, but realistically speaking, that's not really gonna affect much if that's like the only one. If that's like the only one. And also, I have 3 YouTube shorts that I'm planning this week. All of them is gonna be like one after the other, so it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All of them are gonna be featuring other YouTube Asphalt tubers on YouTube. So expect. Basically, I'm exposing how meh they are in multiplayer, or basically showing them how kind of meh they are. So yeah. Anyway, either way, thank you guys for watching, and basically see you guys next week for around the same time. Hopefully, I can be earlier. Hopefully, and as well as also do stick around for my future content. This week, garage tour, and then 3 shorts. Next week, very likely the garage maxing guide, because I understand that a lot of people are very tight on cash credits. So it would be great if you guys can basically farm the same way that I do. Not exactly the same way that I do. It definitely depends on your garage, but at least give you some general guidelines on how to farm. All right. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.